Hi, this is Tim from bn-games.com, and we're doing another classic capture. This time we're doing Kinetica for PlayStation 2.
Sound Max.
Wow.
And what is Kinetica, Timmy?
It is a kind of pseudo bias, like suit racing game.
Do your impression of Metal Snake Eater. That's what this reminds me of. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how they show all the concept art right here in the opening.
Well, that's all the concept art they had before they made this thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's entice them. Let's make them think they're gonna play something real good.
Yeah, well, I mean, back in the day, this wasn't a bad game. I mean, considering it was one of the titles that was a little closer to launch. It's kind of like,
I used to call this the spiritual successor to Jet Moto.
I would agree.
Yeah, I would kind of agree to that, but I would also say
It's kind of sad.
It's like Jet Moto and F-Zero almost, in a sense.
And Mike usually likes everything. Mike didn't.
Well, no, I mean, I played it before and it's just like going through it again. Like, what?
You know what? You know what I call it? I call it that the we've been spoiled by two.
We've been spoiled by proper turning.
Yeah, we've been spoiled by the ability to turn on the dime. In all honesty, that's what it is.
Oh no, these turn on a dime. It won't turn on anything else.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's either it'll turn on a dime
or it turns on a time where you don't want it to turn
It's
on a
like
dime.
it's like going back to GoldenEye. I mean, you could probably figure it out after a couple minutes, but if you pick it up straight out of the box, I bet you would not do anywhere near as good.
Well, it's like saying,
Back
you know,
then,
you play
yeah.
Call of Duty for 3 hours and pop in GoldenEye and see how good you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't mix well.
I think it goes beyond that. It was like near launch game. And at the time we thought, oh man, amazing! Look at this compared to PS1. Even playing it a little bit after that, it held up well. But it's been enough time where even playing all the classics that we have, the menus are nice. The little intro is kind of nice. But
Visually, it's nice.
No. I think the menus and stuff are nice. But when you get in the game, it's really muddy, really dark.
Well, I mean, as far as the menus go, I think they look nice, but they're confusing. And
I don't think that's confusing.
That was very
No.
simple.
no, but with like all the buttons at the bottom.
What do you mean?
Three?
Three different options there.
Oh, fuck that shit. It's got to be one.
No, it's how you usually use like the D-pad or the joystick to select a menu option, and then you hit X to accept.
Yeah.
It's not common that a game has every part of the menu mapped out to a button.
Well,
That's what I mean by confusing.
this is early PS2. People are
Yeah.
giving me
Yeah.
that.
Plus, I don't like that, especially for being early PS2, that this game does not use the D-pad. I kind of feel that this game would probably play a lot better, be a little more precise with the D-pad, and that's kind of something being that this only uses a joystick.
I disagree only because as much as they slide around every one of them,
But that's the thing. I mean, I get what you're saying, but the thing is if you do the joystick just a little too far, that's where
Yeah, that's where it turns
it
on the
slides.
dime.
If you can just like tap the D-pad instead of trying to fish the joystick to a certain area, then I believe on the D-pad this one would actually be a lot easier to play. Also, kind of that it has a specific button for drag turns. I think the brake should have just balanced out with that. I don't believe that it needs its own button for that. And the trick system, it's kind of flawed. I mean, it's kind of like, I want to say it's like an early skate thing where you have to hold a button to engage a trick mode, and then you have to hit an exact combination for it to do something. And then a lot of the tricks, they take too long, so you can't quite chain them or do them in small areas. So,
before you all send me hate mail or put comments that oh, you know what you're talking about, it's the greatest game ever. Keep in mind that we play a lot of retro stuff here. That's the whole point of this classic capture series.
okay, well, also
And, what did I say? It's one of those things where stuff holds up and stuff doesn't. I'm sorry, this just doesn't. And usually we're not in a unanimous opinion here, but
yeah,
This is a Diddy Kong.
yeah.
It
Although
is-
it is still better than Diddy Kong.
This league's better than Diddy Kong.
I don't hate this game.
Neither do I.
And
I don't hate it
back
either.
in the day, I really loved this game, but like you said, it doesn't hold up. I mean, control-wise, it doesn't hold up. Visually, it's not quite there.
She looks like she's having a seizure all the time.
No, it looks like she's trying to scrub the floors.
Scrub.
You tell me.
Wax on, wax off.
Pretty much. I mean, the track layout doesn't hold up. It's just one of those games that it doesn't hold up anymore. It's just something that, I mean, it was good when it came out. It was, we were used to it then. The controls and whatnot, it all stayed. And just anymore, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. I mean, I would much rather even go back and play Jet Moto on the PS4.
Dude, go through Jet Moto, Heaven and Hell. Yeah, that'd be a much better time.
At this point, we're now playing the split screen, and you know what? Cutting the screen in half like that just
makes things harder.
guys, you can't see what things are coming at. The track layout also reminds me. It's like a wannabe Wipeout. Also, on top of that, the track layout is very much like Wipeout.
See, to me, it reminds me of like F-Zero on the GameCube. Although this is before that.
I agree with you.
It's got those kind of tracks where it wants you to be able to use the roofs. It wants you to have certain parts where it just wants you to boost through.
Make your environment your track.
Motherfucker, go on this wall.
It has pseudo routes, even though it's it's still a laid out course. It has pseudo routes to try and get you off course, but it's still just one of those things that it really reminds me of like a pre F-Zero on the GameCube. I mean, which is good because I like the GameCube F-Zero,
but it's not enough to make it a good game.
I honestly think if the controls were tightened up a bit, it would be better. I would say at least playable.
Yeah, but at the core, it's
at the core.
Well, initially the only problem with this game is the steering.
Which is like saying the only problem with my car is the wheels.
Or is the steering?
Or the steering.
No, the engine.
Yeah, my case.
And it kind of speaks in this game. You can pick it up for $5.
As a matter of fact,
I believe you can get it
it's
less than
cheaper.
that. I think you can get it for like $3
the cheapest I've actually seen it is $1.
And like I'm sure there's going to be those Kinetica hardcore out there who are like, oh, I grew up with this game. That means you're really young and didn't play the good stuff before then. But if this was your pinnacle for the PlayStation 2 for you, I'm sorry.
I feel like playing some Cruising USA for some reason.
Oh man, that holds up surprisingly well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there were too many other good racers on the PS2. Be it, most of the racers are all cars, but there's still a lot of other great racing games that I would still much rather play.
Let's put it this way: I'd rather play Midnight Club 2, and if you've watched the series,
let's put it this way: I don't like Midnight Club 3, and I'd rather play Midnight Club.
give it to me.
Dude, what's wrong with 3?
I like both of those.
They
games.
invented Need for Speed.
That'll be for
That'll be for my video next weekend.
But it's cheap. It's if you're a collector, I guess you need to have it. But if you are looking for a racing game on your PS2, if you're in Brazil and the PS2 is all you have, this is still not.
Well, for them, they don't know any better. So yeah, it's great right now.
This pinnacle racing technology.
But like 20 years down the line, when you get the PS3,
if you want a game like this, Jet Moto 3, go get it. Jet Moto 3, not 1 or 2. 2 is good. 1 sucks. We've been over this. Jet Moto 3 is a better game.
Or Mario Kart 64.
Well, that was the classic capture for Kinetica. Please email us at bobby@basicallynothing.com with any complaints, hate mail, and whatnot. And please subscribe.
Thank you. As usual, I will respond to each message.